Today we're not taking any prisoners. All right. Time to head back to Asheville, North Carolina to brew with the Clawhammer barrages. And we got a very special guest today, though. The apartment brewer, Steve. He's also got a YouTube channel too, but unlike me, he actually knows what he's talking about. We're making beer in a van. We're checking out the beer scene. We're going behind employee-only doors. We're checking out places to hold our own homebrew con. And we're going to overdose on chill vibes. Huge spoiler alert. There's actually no point to this video at all. You could just go back to punching your clown on X Hamster, but if you want to see what goes on behind the curtains of a Clawhammer video, then you better stick around. And as you all know, I'm going under the knife tomorrow. I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been supporting the new merch, and big shout out to Kim Hill for being the first barrage to support this channel with a super thanks. All proceeds will be going towards my surgery. I'm getting a penis reduction. It is a great day in Knoxville, Tennessee to leave Knoxville. So pack your bags, bring a jacket, your double chin, and let's get this 90-minute drive going. And I'll tell you what, it's one of the most beautiful drives I have ever been on. Knoxville to Asheville. Truth be told, I almost moved to Asheville. Asheville's beautiful, and I do think it is the best beer city. For me, it came down to either Knoxville, Johnson City, or Asheville, but to be fair, I didn't trust myself moving to Asheville because I'd show up at Clawhammer every single day and drink all their beer, and nobody would get any work done. Asheville is a little bit more expensive than Knoxville, but nothing like the old country, San Diego, California. But I have no regrets moving to Knoxville. I like Knoxville way better than I ever imagined. My only regret, maybe, was not moving here a year earlier. And let me know in the comments section if you've ever regretted anything. I already have about 46 regrets since I woke up this morning. And truth be told, I have no idea what we're brewing today. Check out Clawhammer's channel for that video. All I know is that we're brewing in a van today and that Kyle looks damn good in short shorts. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yo.
Shooting a video right now, hanging out in a van.
Dude, just two dudes hanging out in
Two dudes hanging out in a van.
Beer and beer, nothing weird about that.
Yeah, two things though. I'm never shaving my beard ever again. Never again. And I'm in desperate need for some Crest white strips. I'm never smiled ever again. I'm gonna be the guy that covers my face every time I laugh now. The beard was the protector of yellow teeth and double chins. And I want to give a big shout out for these guys for spiking the 100,000 subscriber plaque, the silver sombrero. There's only a couple of homebrewing channels on planet Earth who have pulled this off. We're the smallest community, but that makes us the closest community. As for the brew day, I didn't do anything. I didn't contribute to the brew day at all. I'm gonna take a cat nap. Is that cool?
That's cool.
You don't mind?
I don't mind.
Like the guy on the couch from Half Baked.
I haven't seen that movie, but I believe you.
You haven't seen that movie either?
No.
My God. I'm just here for emotional support. See, we're in town for less than 48 hours. Steve from Boston, me from Knoxville, and my Airbnb was kind of whack. You walked in and immediately there was a staircase, but upstairs was extremely hot. They had one of those window AC units, but it was louder than a V8 engine. So it's either gonna be super hot or super noisy. And I was up all night. Other than that, the Airbnb would have been perfect. But today we're snoozing. I'll tell you what, I'm really interested in checking out Clawhammer's workflow. Their production value is inspiring. See, I'm a pretty simple barrage. I love brewing beer, drinking beer, but other than that, I don't do anything except play video games. If I'm not brewing, editing, or spending $80 at a bar, I'm playing and I'm collecting retro video games. And when my piggy bank fills up and I go to Coinstar and cash in, I'll buy a plane ticket to a con or a video game convention, and there's nothing funner than going to a gaming or comic book con. And I have not done this since the C word, but I want to get back into these things. Running into like-minded individuals, trying to get interviews, trying to get celebrities to NBC with me. It hasn't happened yet, but it will one day. Beer and video games, and other than that, my only other hobby is anything that has to do with production. Never in a million years would I think I'd have the patience to write, film, and edit content. In a perfect world, I'd be a waiter at Planet Hollywood who sells life insurance on the side. But no, I love production. Telling stories through video, trying to keep the audience's attention. And no better person to watch than this barrage. La Dog, Lawson, aka Lawson's Creek, aka Thelma and Louise. This dude was actually offered a job from Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the fastest growing channel on YouTube. If you haven't heard of Mr. Beast, just imagine all of the game shows ever created combined into one YouTube channel. The Price is Right, Get Kicked in the Nuts for 10K, all of them. He's wildly successful, multi-millionaire, and Lawson turned down down a job to stay with Clawhammer. And if that isn't your feel-good story of the year, then I don't know what is. All right, and wrapping up Brew Day means we can finally start killing some beers. 16-ounce curls until the cows come home to roost. And shout out to Steve for bringing back some beers from his most recent trip to Belgium. I didn't used to be a Belgian guy, but I'll tell you what, they're growing on me more and more, and I'm thinking about doing a 1-gallon batch soon. We hit the town, and one of my favorite reasons that Asheville is my favorite beer city is there's a ton of breweries and you walk everywhere. If you're ever in Asheville, I highly recommend checking out Burial first. Burial's probably my favorite. I recommend Wicked Weed for sours, but heads up, they only do sours. They got a great outside patio. There's some people that are bummed out that Budweiser bought them out. I used to get angry about stuff like that, but I don't really care anymore, to be honest. A cool spot is a cool spot. Another cool spot is Highwire. They have 2 spots in Asheville, and there's actually a tasting room they have here in Knoxville that I'll probably check out tonight. Dissolver is another awesome brewery that I've been to on both trips now. But for the blue-collar homebrewers out there, you know, the brewers, I highly recommend Green Man. It's the second oldest brewery in Asheville. They have great beer, and they still have that garage band vibe that I love. You're probably not going to meet your future wife here, but if great beer is your number one factor, then this spot is for you. We wrapped up the trip, we got some good food, Steve got to his flight on time, and another great weekend in the books. Be sure to check out both of their channels. There's a link to both of them below. And thank you again for letting me waste your time. Cheers to eating good and cheers to drinking good.